As a regular social media user, it all seems great until you compare just another regular day of yours with someone else's filtered best day ever. It's not a fair fight, is it? Their friends look happier, their coffee looks frothier, their success seems so effortless, and yet we still keep score. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt a tinge of jealousy while scrolling through someone else's highlight reel? If yes, then you know how damaging comparison can be. In this hyper connected digital world, comparison is a silent thief. It creeps in without warning, triggered by a single scroll or swipe. But what's the real damage? Comparing yourselves to others, especially online, does not push you to grow. Instead, it traps you in a vortex of self doubt, self criticism, and expectations that turn out to be false. Instead of focusing on your own path, you start walking on someone else's, which costs you your joy, your motivation, and your will to grow. But what if we flipped this? Instead of people comparing themselves to others, what if we focused inward on our own growth, our own goals, and our own journey? Let me take you back to my fifth grade classroom. We had a reading level proficiency scale labeled alphabetically. I was doing quite well, hovering over the U or T levels consistently. Having read over 1,000 books and being an avid reader, I was quite proud of this achievement. However, something unexpected happened. A friend of mine who didn't really share the same level of enthusiasm as me about reading started to surpass me in terms of ranking. And this bothered me because I wanted to get higher of his ranking, not to prove that I was better, but to prove that I was more deserving. I began reading less, started doubting myself more, and ultimately, guess what? My reading level dropped. Luckily, I realized the trap that I'd gotten myself into. Instead of competing with someone else, I had to compete with myself to grow more as an individual. I realized that yes, I was competing with myself only, and I had to grow as an individual to increase my reading level. Now, let's add a bit of science here. The University of Pennsylvania showed that students who spend less time on social media reported a 33% decrease in feelings of loneliness and envy. This means less comparison, more confidence. Secondly, the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology showed that limiting social media to just 30 minutes a day significantly reduces depression and anxiety. And what about self growth? The Harvard Business Review showed that people who track their own progress regularly increase their performance by 25% on average. So, what exactly should we do? Focus on progress, not perfection. And here's how. Firstly, start tracking your wins, no matter how small. It can be something like I spoke confidently in class today, or I achieved my reading goal. Or it can even be reassuring statements like I resisted comparing myself today. Secondly, limit social media intake. This can be very productive if you use it right, and you can even develop a new skill. Third, pause when jealousy hits and remind yourself their path is not mine. Last, be your own benchmark. If you want to improve, that's great, but compare yourself to your yesterday, not to someone else's today. As the published author of The Confidence Code for Teenagers, I know that confidence is a choice, a daily practice rooted in self awareness. So I call you, stop measuring your time, your worth, and your life with someone else's scale. This is your life, your journey, your progress, and you can be the only one that impacts it. So make a promise, track your wins, celebrate them, and make sure that real confidence isn't built by being better than others, it's built by being better than who you were yesterday. Thank you.